What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. I got a really cool rumor here, and I really want to stress that this is very much a rumor. It comes from an anonymous source who claims to have tested the upcoming DLC that's due in December, and he says that he knows exactly what the new subclasses for all three Guardian types are going to be. He claims that he knows what the supers are going to be and what the grenade types are going to be. So this is very much a rumor. Anything that comes from an anonymous source, you know, you really got to take it with a grain of salt. However, even if it's not true, it's kind of a fun exercise to just get you thinking about what these subclasses might be, what the grenade types might be, how you might use them. So we're going to jump right into this. The first one is for the Titan, and the subclass is called Crusader, and the super is called Purge. So this one, you shoot this giant horizontal column of light directly in front of you. Upgrades can thicken the cylinder. The default size is about the size of your garden, and the upgrade is about a 200% increase. And you also can shoot it through walls or shoot a second column behind you as well. So this seems very cool. It's a little bit like the golden gun, except it's just one solid beam of light that'll kill anything it touches, presumably. And it seems like tactically it'll be a very easy to use super. Now the grenades that are rumored here for the Titan Crusader subclass are throw 3 small fire grenades at once. Think like a very small version of the Warlock Void Special. Or number 2, drops grenades behind the Guardian. This is designed for escape tactics when being chased. And the third one is self-planted grenade. Button activates grenade for 8 seconds. Any melee damage taken at that time sets the grenade off and barely doesn't kill a Guardian by itself. So basically what would happen here is, like, let's say you were in a shotgun fight, you activate this. If a guy hits you with a shotgun, then comes in for the melee, if he's already damaged, it's going to blow up in his face and kill you both. So that's pretty random. I don't know if I would like it. I prefer to live than to die, but it will definitely keep people thinking twice about meleeing you. So let's talk about the Warlock. The subclass is called Arcthrower, and the super is called Jupiter Storm. And this creates an orb about the size of a servitor, slightly above and in front of you. The orb floats in the air and shoots lightning out of anything that comes near it. So it'll basically just be this big blue orb that's shooting lightning at enemies. Upgrades can increase range, can cause chain lightning, or cause the orb to spawn further away from the player character. This one actually seems pretty cool. What I'm not clear on is, does this orb move with you, or do you just spawn it in a certain location and use it maybe to protect control points for a certain amount of time? The grenades. So the arc grenade that detonates on a second button input. So this is pretty cool. Basically, you throw your grenade out, and then you wait till somebody comes near, and then set it off with a second button input. That's pretty cool. The next one is a grenade that transfers health to the Warlock. That seems very useful. And the third one is a fence grenade. It creates a small electric fence, sticks to walls like the Titan lightning grenade, and lasts about half as long. So you can basically fence off a doorway or something like that. That seems pretty useful. The final one is for the Hunter, and it's called the Trapper. So the super for this one is really, really interesting. It's called the Void Well. So this drops a void well on the floor. Enemies inside the void well cannot jump and have a reduced movement speed. Upgrades can reduce all enemy movement, prevent enemies from using abilities, or increase radius of the void well. So to me, this is the most interesting one. And if this is just an idea, I think it's a really good idea. Because basically, this would work great in both PvP and PvE. Imagine being able to drop the Void Well on a control point where there's 2 or 3 enemy opponents trying to capture that point, and they just be kind of stuck there, and the rest of your teammates can kind of swarm in and pick them off while they're just trapped there. They can't jump out of there, they can't use abilities while they're in there. And also in PvE, being able to trap a boss to the exact location you want them and just dump dump ammo into them. I think that's a really, really interesting super, and frankly, I think the hunter needs a super that kind of works in PvE a little bit better. The golden gun and the blade dancer don't really do much against big bosses. The role of the hunter seems more to just kind of clear the fringe enemies out to allow for your teammates to really dump their ammo into the big bosses. So I think this would really be a helpful super for the hunter class. Now, the grenades for the hunter class that are rumored here are pretty cool too. The first one is a generic void damage grenade. It doesn't bounce and it sticks to any surface. Number 2 is very interesting. They're bolas that act as a sticky. They do minimal damage, but they greatly reduce targets' movement speed and prevent them from jumping. So again, kind of trapping your enemies. The third type of grenade for the hunter class is called a caltrop, and these are a little bit different. So basically what you're going to be doing here is throwing a bunch of very small grenades on the ground that are hard to see. Again, it's setting a trap for an enemy. So when an enemy runs through these, each one of these small grenades makes a little bit of damage on your enemy, but combined, they can actually kill a guardian all by themselves. So it's kind of another trap for the hunter trapper, and I think it's pretty cool. So altogether, I'm not sure what I think about these rumors. I'm not sure if they're going to be true or if they're just made up, but either way, it's fun to just think about what the subclasses in the DLC might be. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this rumor. Hit that like button if you like this video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.